And the reason for that, that is probably, work in aerospace, for me, has been really a huge bonus. I think we should remember that. Aerospace is something fascinating where whatever you are doing, communicating, being an engineer, being a director, it's never boring. And I think if I had to remember what I wanted to do when I was 17, I remember that very vividly. I said, whatever I'm going to do, I don't want to be bored. And not to be bored, I can guarantee you that I've never been bored in aerospace. Because usually it never goes the way you think it's going to go. So you have to invent. Whether you are a director who has to find another 20 million that obviously you don't have, whether you are a communicator or whether you are an engineer, you have to invent. And to invent, you have to share. And I think this is something which is very important in all the things that you mentioned, Claudia, is there's no success without sharing. And there is no success without support. We live in a society where you don't think that you can get some support from time to time. You have to share, and you have to communicate. And this has been demonstrated over the years, where you timidly did a few things, in the beginning, to promote, because that's your job. You're paid to promote. But at one point you realize promoting, and doing your job is not enough. You to invent. You have to break through barriers. And I think one of the barriers that maybe I have contributed a little bit, to break, is the role of women. I know that usually, when you do that sort of speech, you thank your mother and your grandmother. In that case, I am going to thank my grandmother and my great-grandmother. They were working. They were working, they were born in the 19th century and in the 20th century beginning. They were working. And for them, it's not that they were working to be against their husband and family. They were working. So I never realized that until I had to make a choice, and I said, I want to work. And I want to work something, and I want to contribute, and I want to do something. My sister is also a scientist. She's also a research worker. And all these people have inspired me. And I remember that vividly, when we first did something in '93 with women, in aerospace. First of all, it was a very small number. I remember a dinner in ESTEC, and we were 6 women. And with the 6 women, we were representing 90% of ESA's female brains. So I guarantee you it has improved tremendously. And this is something that is fantastic, because over the years, I was only in ESTEC, Turkey, over the years, and in Europe, over the years, I remember 2 things. I remember that there has been a real development. All the women that were, in this small circle, in this small dinner, have now really, very good functions, and that's important. So there is a development. And when I was I did it, for a couple of years, to organize, promotion of women around the topic and the contribution of women. It was considered as Jocelyne's pet topic. It's no longer a pet topic. It's considered as something serious. The contribution of women is important. And I will conclude with 2 little things. I remember the Canadian astronaut. She was asked the usual question by the usual journalist, who said, what does it mean to be a woman as an astronaut? And she said, well, sir, you have to realize one thing. I don't think that we have enough brains in the world that we can deprive ourselves of half of it. And I think this is very true. And we have to share, we have to continue, we have to make women believe in the fact that obstacles are there to be pushed aside with the support of very many people. And I'd like to thank Women in Space for this award. I was not expecting it really, and I'm really touched by it. And I'm looking forward to many other women, who will contribute with their knowledge, with their ability, with their perseverance, because I think you do need a little bit of perseverance to achieve something. A lot of hard work and a lot of things. And I'd like to thank you very much, and I wish you a lot of success in